It's been a while since I've updated this channel. Jeez, it's been long. I don't know if it's been 6, 7, 8 months. No joke intended. But yeah, a lot has changed. A lot has definitely changed since my last update in Austin. Hair's grown out a little bit. Um, it's not great right now because I kind of need a trim. But I'm gonna be going for the Warrior cut when I'm back. It actually looks somewhat decent when it's properly styled. But yeah, to kind of move on to aspects of my life, this is definitely not a high. I'm not recording this video on a high at all. Do not focus on the background. Do not take that as things are going well. Trust me, they're on all-time low. But I'm not going to let that affect me because I kind of need this, to be fair. You know, my ego needs this. My actual belief system, my personal self needs this. I need to go through it. We'll start off with kind of like the big rash things I've done, what I've done. So I've taken a gap year from university. I've taken a leave of absence. The reason mainly is for me to kind of go all in, which I have now done. I've taken that leap and I've gone all in, but that wasn't the plan when I actually applied for the gap year. I was still closing. I was still making really good money. I was still living a comfortable life. That is no longer the case. I've quit closing in order to try to pursue greater things, which sometimes is a little bit gut-wrenching because things haven't worked yet. And I know I could be making 20, 30k per month as a closer by now. But I have to go with my gut. I have to go with what I feel is right, what I feel like is the next step towards the greater vision. And unfortunately wasn't staying as a sales rep. You know, you have to move, what's the saying? Move one step back to move two steps forward. Something like that, right? Yeah, I basically had to like step back and cut my income. And yeah, it's really, really scary. Really, really scary because I don't have any income coming in right now. I'm literally just doing pure acquisition. Again, I've not been in this position for over a year and a half. This is genuinely trenches. And this is a step I should have taken 6 months ago, to be honest. This is a step I should have... It should have been a lot sooner, man. And I'm not going to sit here and kick myself and regret myself for not doing it, but it all comes down to something I listened to on a podcast recently. Two great people. Pierre, who's doing amazing in what he does in space, probably the biggest pioneer of what growth up is, and Yusuf, like founder of a software company, both talking about moving with aggressive speed. My biggest flaw, it all comes down to my ego, you know. When you spend your whole life being good at things, putting in minimal effort, seeing brilliant results, why should you move with aggressive speed, right? Why should you try to put in more inputs when naturally things go your way? Yeah, man, it's a hard trap to fall into, and it's unfortunately one that I've fallen into, and I've kind of had to sever that hand off. Stop being comfortable. Stop waiting for things to come to me. You know, I was waiting for clients to come to me. I'm just gonna say it like that. I wasn't going and doing the outputs or the inputs. Sorry, I needed to be doing in order to see the outputs I wanted. This trip's been a lot of self-reflection. If I go into deep thoughts during this video, don't pay attention. I've literally just been doing this my entire trip with my family for 2 weeks. I have literally just been sat on boats, trying to understand where I am in my life, why I'm not where I want to be. Again, maybe hence the rash decisions and maybe the drastic kind of choices I've started to make. But I think it's necessary. It's a necessary point in my life. I need to go through this, as I said. And, you know, it's something I've known as well, bro. Like, this was an annoying part. I've always known I struggle with this. I struggle with an ego. I struggle with when I see people who are doing, you know, worse than me and then doing better than me. I think, well, I should be there. Why am I not? Oh, because he did this, got lucky. Oh, he was on the sales rep on that offer, he became a growth rep on that offer. It's just code, bro. Like, it's pure code. Like, at the end of the day, I wasn't putting any of the inputs, and, you know, you need people in your life to call you out on this stuff. Like, it's why it became... Yeah, I didn't want to be stagnant any longer, so I just knew I had to leave, like, whatever I was doing. No more passive income coming through while I'm trying to do whatever I'm doing. You're not going to make it work unless you're all in. And again, I would be lying if I wouldn't say I wasn't scared. This is the first time I'm doing this. You know, the first time I was trying online money, I was in university. I didn't even know if it was going to work, so I didn't care that much. This is my life now. And I have a year and a half to figure it out. So, some consolation. I got a little bit of time. But again, can't be thinking like that. It's got to be aggressive. I have things I want to do. I have business I want to build. I know I can change the world, and this is the first step to it. So, yeah, it's about aggressive speed, man. That's literally it. You know, I have to adapt. I have to evolve. I have to understand what I need to become as a person. And I need to become that person now in order to achieve the things I want to achieve. But yeah, I've been a little bit of a life update apart from that little rant. I'm, again, beautiful background on a family holiday right now across the Greek islands. Been a really nice time. I kind of wanted to use it for self-reflection because I tried doing some like nitty-gritty work in the first few days. I just knew it wasn't going to happen. You know, when we're moving around, we've been in 4 different hotels. So I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm going to use this trip for reflection. If I can think of content ideas while I'm moving around, perfect. If not, I'm going to just cherish the kind of moments I have with my family because these are really rare. And we've not been on a holiday together for 3 years. So, yeah. Been a really nice time. Got a little bit sunburnt. I'm not going to, like, show fully, but I got really, really red. Like, ugh. Kind of sussy for YouTube. I don't know if they can accept that, but yeah, I got really, really sunburnt the other day because I was kind of just being a moron, and I was out in the sun listening to a podcast, Founders, great podcast. I got put onto it by, I can't remember, but yeah, I just kind of listen to episodes that I feel like are going to inspire me with content ideas, and they do. So if you're ever struggling with content, my biggest thing is always just knowledge. So you read books, you take things, and then you put it into your own words, or you analyze it for your own aspects of life, and you do that. Really good way of kind of just like generating non-stop content ideas, which is what I like to do. I kind of just like listen to podcasts. I take away my own lessons, I put them into my own words, and then I just like use it for my life. So yeah, really good aspect for that. And yeah, it's been good in that sense. Like, I've been listening to a lot of knowledge. I kind of just like, again, as I said, been using this trip for reflection. I'm excited to go back to London. I am excited now. I feel like it's been 2 weeks now. It's been a nice time with my family, but I want to go back to my setup to be able to do the inputs, as I said. And also to see my friends. You know, it's the World Cup right now, and I could have been in Canada with my friend Seb, but I feel like I'm going to be a lot happier being back home in London, where like just the vibes are up, everyone's like happy because of the World Cup. So yeah, I can't wait to be back, to be fair. But there is no hiding. This is a harder video. You know, this is not the high it was in Austin. I am, again, not seeing any means of success right now. I am very much scared. I've left a brilliant education. I've left great friends. I've left a safe degree to go pursue something I don't know is going to work. And that's the aim of the game, right? You know, it's not really called faith. How can it be called faith if you know it's going to work? You just got to firm it. And remain delusional. And if you ever want to watch that first video of mine, feel free to, because damn it, bro, it inspired me. Don't know what's going on with my voice. But yeah, inspired me to kind of just like lock in, bro. Because yeah, I was with the same person for about a year and a half, working with them, and I had no incentive to do anything myself, push myself harder than the bare. No, I wouldn't say I did bare minimum. That's the thing. Like, I would say I definitely did try, but I was just like, I was just focusing on the wrong things. So, yeah, lessons to be learned, money to be made, faith to be, what's the word, stronger? Faith to be strengthened, and relationships to be nurtured as well. That is the 4-stage quota for the next 3 or 4 months or so. Yeah. But my advice is, if you know that you're being stagnant in your life right now, sever something off. Whatever it is that you know is keeping you comfortable, is keeping you laid back, is making you feel some sort of inner happiness, that you're at that point, move, adapt, change. Because without that, you're not going to hit anything greater. You're going to stay in that point, because it's great. You know, I was making good money as a closer. I was traveling the world. I was I was living a good life. But all good things come to an end, and they come to a quicker end if you don't move and adapt and get out of that trap. So, yeah. Hopefully the next video will be a bit of a lighter tone. I want to maybe do these a little bit more often. It was really hard for me to film this video. Like, it may not seem it now, but I feel like I've been quite vulnerable here. More so than I have been previously on the channel. Simply because things aren't going well. And it's not something I'm used to. Yeah. But let's not keep on a mundane note or a sour note. The only way is up, and we shall see you when things are either better or worse. Doesn't matter. The channel's going to get updated. So, peace.